Hello everybody, welcome back to Arthenex Plays Factorio modded. So, let's see, I've done a few more things in between episodes here. First of all, you can see that we're running low on coal, and we're also starting to run a little bit low on sapphire over here. So we need to expand, we need to build, start building some colonies to go get some more resources. Just really quickly, show you kind of what I did. I just kind of set up some assembling machines that are making a bunch of things. They're not set up optimally or efficiently. They're just going to kind of, and they're, kind of obviously starved for iron right now. But they're going to kind of very slowly make things like railroad signals and lights and assembly machines and inserters and underground belt and hack splitters and ammo and power poles and engines. Speaking of engines, I also made myself a car. Hooray. So I can actually take advantage of some of these paths that I've been on, that I've made. So I don't really use the car's inventory that much. I generally just pick it up and put it down and pick it up and put it down. That way I always have it, although it doesn't really help me with my inventory space, admittedly. Okay, so this is our Bobmonium. We're doing okay on that, it looks like, although we will need more eventually. So yeah, so we need to go get some more sapphire and some more coal. As you can see, we're just getting a trickle of sapphire in here now. I'd like to start using, before I do that, I'm also making rail. I'm making it over here because it requires stone. I'm also, my stone got backed up at one point, so I started just making tons of landfill. We'll see. Right now it's all going over towards rail. So I do have FARL installed, but I'm not making electronic circuit boards. I think that's what those are called. Electronic circuit boards, so I can't actually use it yet because you need blueprints. I'm also making stone pipe and stone walls over here. I'm going to grab a few stone walls. We need them. And how am I doing on ammo? I'm doing okay on ammo. So where are we going to expand? I also upgraded our radar to a radar Mark II. And I'm thinking, the biggest sapphire that's close by is up here. There's also a couple of other resources up there, so it would be a pretty good spot to go to. It's not too far away. It's not going to expand our pollution coverage that much. The other place we could expand, there's a bunch of Jovite here that's actually not too far away. This is in range. We can just build, we can almost build all three of these. We can almost just build belt too. But I'm thinking I'm going to build, I obviously want the train station over here somewhere by where I'm processing my ore. So there's also sapphire here, which is a lot closer than the sapphire over here, at least to this spot. But it's not as large. But I'll probably wind up getting both of them eventually. So I'm thinking, kind of a tough call, but I'm thinking because I need both coal and sapphire, and the large coal deposit up here, we're eventually going to need that. We're also eventually going to need these down here, since, well, I guess there's a couple down there we could grab. Oh, and there's 3 up here, 4. Yeah, 4 up here, so I'll probably wind up getting those. But since we need coal and sapphire, and I'm probably going to need to go up here for this coal eventually anyway, I think I'm going to build a train station here, head up to this coal, and then over to this sapphire over here. And then we can gather this up possibly later. Okay, so I'm going to need to pick up the rail. Let's see. I would like to, I'm just going to throw these in here. Just to clear up some inventory space. And then I'm going to pick up a bunch of this rail. That should be good enough. And then I'm also going to grab, let's see, I don't think I'll grab that yet. I think I'll use up the rest of my existing ammo before I grab that. But I am going to grab like 100 of those. And right, I'm going to need some of these. So we'll grab like 100 of those, 50 of those. Oh yeah, and let's see, how many engines is it? Let's grab the engines, make. I need some more electronic boards. I'm glad I noticed that. I'll pick all these up. Okay, make a, I don't want to make a FAR, I'll just make a diesel locomotive for right now. And then put the engines back. And might as well get in the car. And so somewhere over here, let's see. And look at all those trees. Can I do this in a spot where there's not so many trees? I mean, there's not very many trees over here, but I'd kind of like to keep that space clear. There's a ton of trees down there. Alright, there's just a forest right here. I'll just have to kind of clear it. So don't really need the wood at this point. So we'll just run through this really quickly. And I'm going to clear a path through over here. Going to be enough space? I think so. Alright. So we'll stick that in there. We'll stick that in there. I don't even know why I have those. We'll stick small electric poles. I don't know why I have a bunch of small electric poles. Oh yeah, regular electric mining drills. I'd actually rather use electric mining drills Mark IIs. What am I missing for those? Go pick up some more steel. Okay. All right. So grab the rail. And I want to set this up. Sure, that looks pretty good. Yeah. Let's see. Maybe Yeah, something like that. It should be plenty large enough for a station. Okay, then we will start heading north. Like we're going to have to turn here at some point. Might as well do it now so we don't have to cut through the forest. Let's see. Well, we're going to have to cut through at least part of the forest no matter what we do, it looks like. Actually, maybe I would have been better off just going straight. Looking at it. Yeah, I think I would have been better off just going straight, so we will do that. And we'll just have to chop our way, shoot our way through the forest over here. Obviously don't want to lay the tracks over any of the actual coal. Let's see, it looks like we're going to have to turn just a little bit here. Like that. Work. And then, yeah, we actually want to pretty much just go straight over. So, oops, accidentally shot up the track. Okay, still plenty of rail left. So we'll head straight this way. And this is why I went ahead and, built all of those manufacturing things before I started doing this, because I knew this was going to take a while and I wasn't going to be building that much while it was going on. So I figured, why don't I have the factory do some automatic building while I'm off laying tracks. Certainly are a lot of trees considering that this is desert. See, we're going to have to go around this mineral deposit as well. What do we get out of this stuff? Copper, iron, lead, silver, gold, titanium. All right, well, We might want that eventually, but we don't need it for now. We'll angle down this way. Ah, shooting up the track again. Dang it. Let me chop these trees. Maybe I wasn't shooting the track. Didn't actually tell. Check the map. Getting there. Kind of head down below this mineral deposit, then curve back. And there it is. Go a little bit closer. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, might have been a little bit too close to that Jovite. Yeah. Back up just a little bit. Might eventually harvest both of those resources here. That should be big enough. Let's build a train stop. Where put it? That looks pretty good. We will name this Saprite Northeast. Okay. Then blow up these rocks and start heading back. About right. I may use up all of my regular ammo. Yeah, already used up a lot of it. Just shooting trees. Well, I can pick up some of the better ammo when I get back. Definitely the thickest part of the forest here. almost out of ammo. And that is the end of my ammunition too. They're gonna have to start chopping trees. Might as well use up the rest of it. Go back one. Yeah. Oh no! Fortunately, I have some landfill on me. Oh, out of ammunition. Fix up the train track. Alright. The last major forest, I think, until we get back down towards where our base is. Go down below where this pond is before I come back over. One more. Plenty of room for several stations should I need them. I'm going to need at least 3, so, and possibly more depending on how long it takes me to get all right. And how long it takes me to get robots going, so I can have an Omni station. There may not actually be enough room. Unless I put the station infrastructure above where the train is, which wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. Now, looking at it, I think that's not enough room. No, I need to come up to like here. Yeah, that's better. Okay, almost there. Should probably just go pick up that ammo, huh? At some point I'll pick the right one. Nope, not that one. There, that one. Okay. That should be plenty of room. Quickly pick up all these extra train tracks. All right, now another train stop. Obviously, one on this side. This will be depot 1. Okay. And then let's go get some ammo, shall we? Out of piercing rounds, indeed. That is so much faster. Alright, which I know is the idea. Grab all of those. Don't need most of this rail. So leave the 100 that I have there. Not sure how that got damaged. Okay. Let's see. Probably going to need a bunch more mining drills. I'm going to make all of those, and then what am I short on? Basic circuit boards. Short on wood because... Let's see, let's take an eyeball. Looks like I'm low on steel. And I could use a little bit more stone. Let's go backwards. Grab some steel. A little bit more stone. And just make a bunch of wooden boards this way. Should have enough copper for the moment. All right. So next step is to run power lines up there. I guess I ought to center these, huh? So if that's centered, how much do I care that these are offset? Surprisingly, apparently I do care, even though I probably shouldn't. Okay. I wonder if I should be laying signals too. No, I think I'd rather lay all the signals at the same time. So we'll just concentrate on laying power lines on this trip. Put that down there. All right. We have 47 mining drills. Probably not enough, but be that as it may. I don't need one there. Yeah, definitely not enough. I make 7 more, but I don't think I will. I think I'll go ahead and do this instead. Oh, and looking at my timer, it looks like that's going to be it for the episode. So you guys will have to finish watching me build this train station in the next one. Thanks for watching, everybody. I will see you guys in the next episode. Until then, have a terrific day.